Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TTV Podcast, episode 105. Hold the applause.
Good grief, yes.
It's the first time
Applause.
in ages that no one's interrupted me with Mardi Gras because Var and Vin aren't here.
Well, yeah, I was holding my tongue
Thank you, Viper. It was a refreshing break from the norm. But
yeah, I know we're changing it up a bit.
I never do that.
It's very true. But now, after probably, I would say, 3 episodes worth of video game related news and discussion primarily, we are back full force with an episode chock
With Lego
interesting Lego news and discussion. Yes.
Oh wait, no, I meant to say Bionicle news and discussion and make some kind of joke and how there's no more Bionicle news, but now I've ruined it.
This week there is. Haha. We'll get to that later.
Make your own news.
We'll probably save the Bionicle news topic for last because we are hoping that we can get Var to jump in at some point during this episode. But that being said, I guess we may as well get our introductions out of the way. So I'm Messinak.
I'm LJ.
I'm Kahi.
I'm Viper.
And this is TTV, episode 105. And without further ado, we shall get right on with it and talk about the news this week. So in the news this week, we have LEGO Minifigures Online goes into open beta. Ninjago TV show coming back in July. LEGO Fusion coming this August. BrickFair Virginia party crowdfunding campaign. And BIONICLE fan film, Struggle in the Drifts. That is the news for this week. So a lot of interesting stuff, some more than others. I guess we'll start right off with the LEGO Minifigures Online Open Beta. Now this is interesting because a couple of weeks ago we talked about the closed beta being open, and LJ and Kahi here actually got into the closed beta but couldn't voice their opinions because of an NDA.
I say screw it to those NDAs, but okay.
And now it's an open beta, so you both can freely talk about your thoughts on the game if you would like to do so.
Oh, did you want to go first?
Sure.
Some positive.
I think Envy hit the nail on the head quite a while ago when he was saying it was a lot like Marvel Heroes. Of course, that had to be edited out because NDA.
It didn't need to.
Yes,
it is. It's enjoyable if you like Lego and you don't have a lot of things to do right now.
So basically, if you're bored, you like Lego, but you don't want to actually play this game.
So it's one of those games then.
You're not going to get another TNT game, TT game, whatever. You get what I'm saying.
But what?
Traveler's Tales.
Yeah, Traveler's Tales. Okay. So it's not.
Is that what TT stands for?
No.
Because
I've always wondered.
everyone was hyped for the Chima MMO, and we played that, and we just were not impressed. But
That
things about LEGO Universe. So which one is it more like? Would you say?
Oh, it's definitely more like the Chima MMO. It's basically a carbon copy of the Chima MMO.
Oh.
really.
Honestly, here's what you do. You play as one of 3 minifigures. You have a builder, you have a ranged, and you have a melee. I don't know if that's the actual terms they use in the game, but that's basically what you have. And so the thing is that it's a top-down kind of isometric Diablo-esque, Marvel Heroes-esque, as Elder said before. You click to move, and then you right-click to attack, and you have one of 2 attacks.
So
that's it. The one thing that I came off playing this game is that it's just really repetitive. It's really repetitive and it's really boring. And we are going to do a let's play on it. And that's going to come soon enough, I guess. But it's just one day. It's really boring, honestly. It's repetitive. if you play the first level, you have basically played most of the rest of the game. And granted, now I haven't completed the game in terms of like I haven't gone through the entire campaign. So there might be another bonus feature later on that changes everything, but I seriously doubt it. The game is really simplistic, which, I get it, it's for kids, but it's too simplistic in that once you get good at it, there's nothing else for you to do. You can't really think about anything else I would do with this game.
Is there any member restrictions? Because in Chima, like, you couldn't buy certain things, like to extend land.
There are
you had to be a member.
microtransactions. But there also you can get other minifigures. So basically you go around collect these minifigure packs, and then they'll unlock minifigures you can play as in the game. The problem is that a lot of them just aren't really all too interesting. Some of them they just look nice, and that's mostly why you would want to get them.
I guess that is going to be a draw for the game when it's actually released, with the packs you can buy like in real life that get you minifigures online.
Possibly. I mean, the thing that gets me about it is that it wouldn't be this bad if it was just a normal online game, I think. If it was just an online game and like kids could do it and they could redeem the stuff, maybe it would get a lot more traction. It's harder to get into, especially for younger kids, because you have to install the client, you have to download all these gigabytes of information and stuff. And I know a lot of parents who are just, these kids are gonna have to ask their parents, "Hey, can I play this Lego game?" And we're like, "What do you have to do?" And it's just gonna be too much for them. You're like, "No," and some parents are just like, "I don't want you to install anything on my computer."
Yeah, pretty much.
Or like, yeah, I mean, for kids at this demographic, right? And like, it has to be a game that, right? Lego Universe was a good game because I didn't play it because my computer sucked back then, but it looked like the kind of game that could actually keep you interested for a good amount of while, and even that went under eventually. This game, I can't see sticking around basically at all.
The only way it will be able to stick around, based on what I'm hearing, is to like exploit the people that like collectible minifigures by making them like want to buy more just for the perk of unlocking stuff in the game.
Right. And I guess that's gonna appeal to a certain amount of people, but I just can't believe that Lego poured this much money into a game and made it exactly like the last failed MMO they did.
Yeah.
They change anything. Now, they actually took away some features, because in the Chima one you could actually build bases and stuff. With like as far as I know now, it might change later on, up to the point that I played, you cannot do that in Lego minifigures. So it's basically a toned down version of a failed MMO. Now,
Ouch.
I actually don't know. Do you know if the Chima MMO has actually been branded as a failure?
No.
Yet, or does it?
From what I'm hearing, it's actually decently successful.
Decently successful.
But,
I mean, yeah. The difference between Chima and Lego minifigures is that you can just play Chima in your browser, and you actually have to go and download a client for Lego minifigures, and that might be a turnoff to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Not people like that, but kids,
Ever since I downloaded Toontown when I was 7,
that
friggin' thing with the Disney, my mum has never let me download anything again.
I always wanted to get that game. I could see ads for it on TV, but I never did it.
My friend was like, "This is the coolest game ever. You're like into the Disney World, and like you can do stuff." And I got it. My computer sucked so badly I could barely run it.
Yeah, literally. It was like 1 frame per second. Like.
No, it was so bad. And when you're that age, basically for your parents, anything they don't like contains a virus. Okay?
Yeah.
They can say whatever. Like, if they just don't want it on their computer, it's because it has a virus. Yeah. That's the go-to excuse for parents. I don't want viruses on this computer. I don't know what you're doing with viruses. It's part of the reason I had I'm in computer science major now. The reason I got into it is so I could tell my parents what has a virus and what couldn't.
Lol.
Back in with downloading stuff, I'd be like, "No, I read up on this. You guys don't even know how it works," and I drop a bunch of computer terms. End up working.
That sounds like something you'd do.
I know. If you are a kid, go and look up just complex computer terms. And if your parents aren't tech savvy, you can basically kind of fool them.
Wow.
That we do not condone.
Lying to
TTV
your
do not
parents.
condone Kahi's advice.
Yeah. We've never condoned.
No, yeah, we're not actually condoning this per se,
No.
but
You're just heavily advocating.
wink.
No, and it sucks because all my friends were like playing it and I couldn't play it, and I just felt so terrible.
I
I'm
know.
like, oh look, I'm racing with my friends, and I'm just like, oh.
Come on, Club Penguin.
I'll just go to Club Penguin. Forever alone on Club Penguin.
Oh man.
Lols. TTV episode 105, Forever Alone in Club Penguin. The sequel to Forever Alone in Europe, which also applies here, I guess.
That's...
No, I was a member of Club Penguin once, and like I couldn't afford anything because I had a profile and it was like Zach10 like 98, and then I lost the password to it, and it had like 7,000 coins on there, and then I had to start a new one, and then
The story of it's like I lost the password to my old account so many times, and the My Lego Network stuff too. Which I'll be honest, My Lego Network was like the simplest game ever, and it held my attention for I don't know how freaking long.
The BIONICLE crossover really helped with my attention to it.
That was also true. But in terms of those games, if you want to compare those games to the Lego Minifigures MMO, I'm afraid you're most likely going to be disappointed.
Did you ever complete the My Lego Network BIONICLE campaign?
I did. I was
did.
on that as much as I could. That was so fun.
I never even beat it.
Right. You were like the Gory, or like you were just some person.
Yeah.
And
you were like
was that
Bar Magna.
Was that the arena game when you like had to? No. Because I didn't understand how to play that game, and also my computer like was like rubbish, so I couldn't even play it.
Oh no.
Properly.
Like
the frame rate was in the toilet.
It was so bad I could never play Lego Universe. I played the beta and I wasn't really impressed.
I never got past that first level because it would take. I also had like a crappy internet connection back then. It was like dial-up, I had dial-up for way too long, and so basically I would build the spaceship for the first level, and I would start like, all right, I'm gonna blast off, and it took so long to download the other part. My parents would come and say, all right, your computer time's up, and I'm like, I haven't played anything yet.
Lol.
And that was
That's
the story
the
of
worst
my Lego
thing.
first. Oh, that was
It's like when you're loading something and then your mum or dad comes in. It's like, okay, it's over now. It's like, I haven't even done anything. I've got the computer onto the desktop.
Right. It's like
like you start off, you get onto the desktop, and then your mum comes in. It's like, it's finished. I just got on. Come on.
Yep.
It's like maybe it wouldn't be so slow if you didn't like search off YouTube. It was like YouTube doesn't do anything to it. It's downloading things.
It was BS computer answer. It's like, oh, maybe if you weren't going on, the YouTube all the time, or maybe if you didn't go on Facebook.
Maybe if you didn't go on Farmville, maybe. I'm like, shut up, you play Farmville too. You hypocrite.
Wow. Okay, wow. I think it's time we drop this conversation.
Let's move on.
Yeah. Okay. So next up, this one will be rather brief, but it is our duty to inform you all of this. The next 2 episodes in the Ninjago TV series have in fact been given a release date. And for those that don't know, this will be the 3rd out of 4 sets of 2 episodes for this season. So we're nearing completion. After this set, there will be 2 more episodes. And the next 2 episodes will air on July 13th at 6:00 p.m. So expect a coverage from us on like July 14th. Hooray. And then if history repeats itself, I would wager that the final 2 episodes will air in September. So, yeah. Something to look forward to. Still no indication as to when Chima will return. Kahi, you never even watched the last Chima season.
I watched part of it, but not a lot of it. So
really should. It was only 6 episodes. It was actually pretty good.
Once they announce the release date for its return, I will go and watch it.
Okay. I would say the show like doubled in quality. which is surprising.
It's very nice. Although a
When the
I'm a little
bar is
dubious.
set too low, I guess it doesn't really mean much, but hey,
Yeah.
it was pretty good. Next up on the news, we have a pretty big deal, a surprise new set line that is kind of revolutionary, although I'm still a little confused as to what exactly it is. Now, this was first announced, we just got the title and the details for it, but then a further press release came out showing images and other details, which both will be linked in the description below, and I just posted the link to the image gallery in the chat. Basically, this is LEGO Fusion. And basically what I'm
Fusion Fall. No? Okay.
no. Basically what I'm seeing here is there is like a set with a set amount of bricks, and you build stuff with the set, and then you download an app for the set, and I guess you can build stuff in real life, and you can scan your creations into the game and play with them in the game. I'm not exactly clear on the details, but it seems innovative at the very least.
Yeah. So I did look it up a bit because it sounded like something kind of cool. And it turns out it's a bit like a VR interactive game. Basically, you can build a template, and you can basically build you can't build a full 3D model. You can only build like a 2D surface upwards from your base. And you'll build it upwards, and then you scan it into the iPad or your whatever device you're going to use. It's probably just going to be an iPad, to be honest. I don't think they're going to come out with support for all sorts of different tablets.
Yeah.
But basically, you can scan it. As you can see from the photos, they're just one brick deep. If you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
It's only you can't build depth into it, and the game will actually automatically generate depth on its own. But then you can do it, and you can interact with it in the game. They use like the kind of the platforms they use are supposed to have little markers that the game will use to scan in, like a VR little interface. You can put it down on your LEGO world on the app. I'm not sure if it's just one LEGO Fusion app or if it's several different LEGO Fusion apps.
I
That
think it's
one I'm not too sure
1%.
on.
Based on what I read. I don't know about that.
Yeah. So it's a nice tie-in, honestly. I'm actually really kind of not excited, but I'm
Excited.
interested.
Do you have an iPad?
Would you? I do have an iPad.
You should buy
I'm a
some of
very-
these
I'm
and
a
review
iPad
them.
expert. Honestly, I might. I'd like. This is the kind of thing I wish that we could come together and do in real life, like in a convention or something.
This is what you
And,
think
like,
we should do at a convention.
This is what I think we should do.
Build
At
LEGO
a freaking
Fusion at our iPads.
Fusion, and then we'll do a machinima and LEGO Fusion.
Lol. Could be interesting. Aljo, what do
Yeah.
you think of this idea?
TTV the LEGO machinima.
Come to a convention and build LEGO Fusion.
No.
Wow. It was blunt. I expected something else. I expected a yeah, sure, Kahi. I'll get my iPad that I have right here.
Oh yeah, well, get my smartphone, my Google Android phone,
Yeah,
start taking pictures.
of course.
Yeah,
Upload it to Google Drive
yeah.
with Google Casa, sharing him on Facebook.
Wait,
and
what's that
Google
voice?
Plus.
Do you guys hear that too? It says, "Wake up, LJ. LJ, wake up. Listen to what you're saying."
This isn't you. This isn't you.
I know, this is actually what smart people connected with this generation do.
You mean brainwashed people? There's a bit of a difference.
Okay. Let's not get into this. Basically, yeah, it's pretty cool. Now all we need is BIONICLE LEGO Fusion.
We have that.
We do.
Kinda.
Lol. You're funny. Could this be the return
Is he
of
really,
Piper?
Nesso? Is he really?
Are you back, Piper? I guess that answers my question. You're back. Give your thoughts.
Yes, I'm back.
Give your thoughts on LEGO Fusion.
Let me see this. So you just you take pictures of your sets and then put it on your iPad.
Yeah, and you can build with them and do stuff in like a game. But it's not just pictures of your sets, it's pictures of your mocks with those sets you can do.
That looks really fun.
You should buy some and review them. You and Kai have iPads.
But it probably won't work. It just seems like a too good to be true kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I do see what you're saying. It's probably gonna be glitchy or something.
Background.
Yeah. Is it certain sets or is it any set?
It's every Lego Fusion set.
Oh. Even every Lego set. I was just like, oh, I just like have like areas of this town. There'd be like the BIONICLE area, and then there'd be like the Chima area. And
Wait
then...
a second. Whoa. How is it taking these pictures with these specific brick sets? Wait a second. I've got it. There are barcodes in each one of the Lego bricks. They're actually incredibly tiny and digitalized pieces of technology. They're tracking your every move. There are actually even cameras implemented in each and every one of the Lego bricks. That is how the iPad is syncing up with the Lego bricks. I think I've uncovered.
Yes.
I've uncovered a plot. I've uncovered a plot. I know it. Apple is working with Lego to spy on the children of the world.
Barcodes and cameras.
LJ, do you have a BIONICLE canister with you?
What? No, it's been that far back.
They have
like the eyes on like the sets are, like got small barcodes in them, and they're like watching you secretly.
Yeah, that's why that evil Terminator in Sarah Connor Chronicles was, playing around with him.
Yeah.
In every trans neon orange, blue, green, whatever color, there's a barcode, and it's just watching through the eyes of the set. Like some like creepy, like those creepy teddy bears that like people will like buy to like watch people, like put it on the side. Like in movies, I'm pretty sure nobody does it in real life, but
hey, you never know.
To answer your question, no.
Don't say that.
I don't.
I love how.
You're just paranoid, LJ.
Ha! Shots fired.
Okay. Like I want to see if he understands what he just said. All right. So imagine him holding a gun. All right. I'm like, oh my god, the trigger safety mechanism on here, it's been spying on us this entire time.
What I am saying makes perfect sense.
Well,
How else will the iPad sync up with the Lego bricks and acknowledge those kinds of Lego bricks from other kinds of Lego bricks? It's because they're different. They're special. Lego treated them with special care in order to make sure they would be brainwashed agents of the state. Don't you understand? This is a plot. This is an international incident just bound to happen.
If you think about it, we're being watched.
Are most likely to become conspiracy theorists. Just want to point that.
I'm telling you, man, this is happening now. Apple and Lego are going to form one huge company, AppLego. We are doomed if that happens. And then Google's going to get in on the mess, and it's going to be a war. Who can spy better on the United States and citizens of the world?
Apple?
Huh?
It's Crapple. It's Crapple, actually.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Honestly, I think it is it's the neoconservatives forcing people to shoot everybody else because
of
racism.
See? It's
racism,
right in
man.
front of you. It's happening now. AppLego will take over the world. We are the next Skynet.
AppLego.
We will have Lego police.
Actually, you know what? I think I know what we're gonna use AppLego for.
Yeah, I think that this may have to supersede Forever Alone in whatever the heck it was.
Yeah.
The rise of AppLego.
The rise of AppLego. Have like a Terminator parody. Like we send this guy from one of the LJs from the future, and he comes back to find I don't know,
AppLego.
Okay, you know what? I've got it.
And then a giant Tahoe set comes to kill them all.
if I am right about this, my future self at this very moment is going to travel back in time to tell me I'm right. Right now.
No, if you think about this,
LJ,
things always
there's
watching
someone I gotta
you.
tell you. Whoa,
I mean,
you're actually here. What happened to your eye? No time to explain. Listen, AppLego became a thing, except it wasn't just AppLego. Google merged with Mega Bloks. Now,
Oh my god!
no, it's worse than I even imagined.
It's created a monster.
Right, sorry.
It's created a
Great.
monster.
It's been a war for many centuries. 7 years to be exact. 7 years? That's right.
Many centuries.
There's only one person who can stop it. One group. That's TTV. By the way, you guys end up buying out BZ Power and become TTV Power. So,
TTV
just
Power.
Terrible.
What?
Whose idea was that? I bet you it was Elton's
ridiculous.
idea.
Well, you kind of want to Jack wouldn't send any over.
Wait a second, LJ. I have a question. Is it
Yeah?
AppLego or AppLego?
It's AppLego.
AppLego.
So it's you. Man, it's been so long. You actually get killed in the first outbreak of the Mega Bloks Google Corporation, so sorry. That's dark, man.
That's basically say I'm sorry, but you're gonna die.
Viper,
See?
you're here too. I can't believe it. Man, it's been so long since I've seen any of you guys. See, after World War IV broke out, it's just been, I haven't seen the majority of you guys. We've all been in a war against the Lego and Mega Bloks robots.
Are you kidding me? I joined up with Google the moment they opened up signing.
Ah, so you're the mole. Okay, I'm gonna tell that to the guys back in the year. Wait, sorry, I gotta get going.
I said I've been to the year 3000. Not much has changed, but we're taken over by AppLego.
By the time the year happens, that music will be retro. So you're right on topic. All the neo hipsters in the far future are now singing Jonas Brothers.
Well,
Wouldn't
future
it be
LJ's
really
gone.
weird?
Oh,
Wouldn't it be really weird if the fashion went back on itself? So steampunk was or Victorian stuff was the new stuff.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
I
do
would
like it.
that. I like steampunk.
I don't like steampunk.
Screw you.
Because he doesn't like getting punked.
Let's go. What the heck did you just say to me? Huh? You wanna die? No, anyway.
okay, well,
Well, if you're stay from the future, John Connor and never mind him.
enough shenanigans.
I'm not gonna start.
Let's get back on track. Although I appreciate that funny distraction. So that's like a
Distraction,
fusion coming in August. Now next up we have another update from the topsy-turvy world of BZ Power. Always doing questionable things. They're here with another one. Because they want to have a pizza party and a laser tag party at BrickFair, so they're starting crowdfunding. Okay, I
Yeah.
guess it's not really as cut and dry as that, but that's.
They have
I mean,
pizza.
It's just
I guess I
It's
can't
alright,
fault them if they want to make the event better, but I'm not. I think this is a dangerous step.
why do you think this is a dangerous step? You said this or why? I haven't actually figured out why.
I don't understand why they need to go through all this crowdfunding in order to get some extra pizzas. Crackjag, they just need to ask, hey, send some over.
I guess here's the deal. It's long been a known fact that Lego used to pay completely or at least help BZP with their server costs back in the day when BIONICLE was still a thing. And now I'm assuming that Lego still is in good relations with them because they send them a ton of free sets all the time, but it's before you know it, we're gonna have, we can't pay for the server costs anymore, so we're gonna have crowdfunding to pay for the server, or else BZP's going offline, and
No.
it's crazy stuff. And they're doing it.
No more theories. No.
Honestly, I would not to say that this will directly happen, but if it was ever to happen, this would be a good way to test the waters.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
I don't necessarily have a problem with that because that I mean, they've basically done that since forever. What do you think premium membership is? It's basically crowdfunding. You get rewards and perks.
I guess that is
For
true. Look at it that way. And I was a sucker
Yeah.
lifetime premier membership for $36. And I never used my blog.
Mesto, you should let me use your blog.
Pshaw.
Yeah.
You already
I'll
have
write some
blogs
convincing
on
articles.
Tumblr. You don't need busy powerful
Right.
Yeah, but yeah, just use like Blogger off like Google.
blogger.
No, I don't. Viper Blogger is just so old and the interface is so terrible. But Tumblr is pretty great. In fact, if I was to make a like a website or something, I totally just put it on Tumblr.
Yeah. But no, basically what it is BrickFair, and they want to do stuff for the event. They're trying to raise $1,200 so they can play laser tag, have a pizza party, and get a new video camera, microphone, and camera accessories to record stuff, which I guess they've never done before. So, just another day in the life of BZP. And people are actually paying money for it. So I guess best of luck to.
Yeah, I would go, but unfortunately I don't live in America.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like, did they even consider that there might be people that can't make it?
Well, I mean,
I
it
think
is
they
just for
consider
people
that,
want
but
to
yeah,
do
it's not like they're trying to get everybody there. They're just trying to do the BrickFair event. They understand a lot of people, and heck, even people in the U.S. won't be able to make it. They're still gonna do it anyway.
Because honestly, I'd love to have pizza with people with BZ power, but I can't.
Nope.
I like come in like my
Yeah.
private jet plane, like land like over
Alright.
the Brick Fair, and then I come out and there's
Vanessa,
like
let me ask you
there's two
something.
bodyguards.
Okay.
First the lag. Yeah, Mesto, let me ask you a question, all right? Just say you are going to the convention. You're for sure going. Would you contribute to this?
If I
crowdfunding
was
thing?
going, honestly, yeah, probably.
If you were going.
Because they do have a rather extensive list of perks you get. And hey, if I was going to an event like that, I would probably want it to be the best it could be. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I would probably do the same.
Possibly. I
That's
mean, like,
why a little-
obviously they don't have enough money to just feed a bunch of people, but
Yeah.
it should be a point where you're paying for your own pizza, if you decided to go.
Yeah.
I don't know why it would be like a thing where like, oh no, because you were with us, you now have to pay for our pizza or something, And my laser
Screw
tag.
that.
I would assume I'd have to pay for myself. But they might be trying to do a crowdfunding thing so more people can go or whatnot.
And it's a good way to
I
boost
think
interest.
Right, it's the best interest in see how much people do a crowdfunding campaign of this scale. I mean that's what I would use it for. Personally, I don't know. This is not like a confirmation that BZ Power is gonna crowdfund the actual thing, but I don't know.
Just
It's
another
not going to be all
crazy
too
theory.
different. Yeah, it's not going to be anything all too different from what premium membership is, anyways. So
That's true.
I'm not too worried. It's basically different levels of premium membership, if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah. Okay. Alja, do you have anything to say on this before we move on?
I guess since Envy is not here, I'll echo something that he mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Is the pizza tough crust?
Probably.
Say the slogan, man. The slogan.
Yeah, I guess I can understand why they're doing it. I just think it's kind of dumb. I would never, ever contribute to that because you're sitting there saying, hey, so you guys should donate so that we can have fun, and then you can maybe get a couple Bionicle sets that you could probably get anyway and get better ones at that. And, we're still going to be jerks.
Are you talking about, like, if you're not going, that you wouldn't contribute to it?
Yeah.
Do you have something against people having a good time, LJ? Does that go against your anti-fun code?
But I don't consider a good majority
Amazon.
of BZ Power staff to be people.
Oh yeah, we forgot.
Just imagine if like
Wow.
We forgot
Just
the
imagine
Sorry,
LJ's belief became a monopoly, like controlling over everything.
Bionicle autopsy.
Like
The monopoly of LJ.
I know.
But no,
It's like
the grand
LJ's like
prize. A Skype call with
In-
Black
in-
Six, or breakfast, or lunch with Black Six.
like
You know what?
when you have to like go to like places like in public, you have to put on a mirror, otherwise it's like socially like unacceptable to show your face in public.
No. I would never do that. I would never incur that as a law, because then that takes all the specialness of me having a mirror. No, no, forget it.
And,
Yes.
and LJ like
That's
elects the
special,
selfish
okay.
pope.
All right, let me real quickly, if I may, run through these perks super
Okay.
fast. Okay, naming credits, lame. Early access, lame. Laser tagging pizza party, whatever. Engraved brick, have one. T-shirt. Bionicle polybag, donated by the what?
Yeah, that threw me for a loop too.
Canister sets, Tonuparu, Tomotoro. Which ones? Takadox, Kama, Elak, Pridak. Okay.
Woo, pretty.
Scrawl, Gresh, Strack. Prepare for parts breaking. Bionicle box set. Box. Why is the Lego group still donating these? Where do they have all of these extra sets?
It's like a warehouse of Bionicle sets, and they're just dispatching to BZP as part of their
Yeah.
contract. You shill our new products, and we'll give you our leftover set.
Okay, Lego. I hope I've been a good fan.
So that's what's
I hope you've listened to us and taken everything we said to heart and enjoyed all of our content. Do you got any extra Karzanis in the back? Maybe. Anyway, box set, Gadunka. Okay, that's I like Gadunka. Rocco T3. Okay, that's also pretty good. Why? Fine. Skype chat with Black Six. Have up to 30-minute audio or video chat with BZ Power Administrator Black Six. Talk about your day, his day, your favorite Lego sets, or just about it. Chat will be scheduled after BrickFair Virginia is complete. Okay, if I wanted to do that,
yeah.
I'd just say I figured out who hacked BZ Power, and I'd get whatever amount of Skype chat I want.
Lol.
Oh,
Okay,
You know
and
what?
finally-
I will admire Crackjack's dedication if he donates this amount of money so that he can get a Skype call of Black Six.
Lol.
I honestly admire his dedication.
Do it.
Okay,
Like
Do
that-
it.
that's
You're listening to this.
commitment
Do
to
it.
that's kind of amusing. $300, limit of 2. All right, and finally, meal with Black Six. Have breakfast or lunch with BZ Power Administrator Black Six during BrickFair Virginia. Discuss your innermost thoughts, your favorite parts of the convention, or Black Six's favorite color. Meal will be scheduled in advance of BrickFair Virginia. Okay, you know, I can see. I feel like they're treating that as more of a privilege than it really should be. Wouldn't eating stinking pizza at a party with the rest of the BZ Power group,
Including Black Six.
including Black Six, be considered like having dinner with Black Six? What is the goal? I can, fine. You know what? Here, $300. Here you go. So, Black Six, I got some people that like looked at me the wrong way on BZP. I need you to ban them, punish them severely, okay?
I paid
Kakovaki, BFA Home,
Lol.
yeah, that one person who is like in that contest that made the stupid back thing. Yeah, actually, them
No.
both.
if Black Six was actually open to just banning people just because, it would totally be you for just saying all of that.
No,
Just putting that out
screw
there.
that.
It-
I donated
entirely.
$300 to sit there and have lunch and
Okay, to
discuss
be
who
fair,
I want
to-
him to
to be
remove
fair,
from the
though.
face of BZ Power. I'm not going to talk about his favorite color. I'm going to be talking about the piss list.
I think that like for me it would be different if Black Six was like a kind of like a known personality for being funny or something on BZ Power. Somebody like like Spirit back in the day, with all the comedies, or like or
He's not
somebody who's just known for being jovial, or even someone like Smeeg, who has this like more of a, he just gives off this personality online that that seems like something that would be more entertaining to have a meal with. Black Six is a very,
no offense to Black Six, he's very emotionless, except for like very
right. Well, I mean,
rare
like,
times
he's
when
the
he
minister,
has
he's the boss of the thing.
Yeah.
So he's the big disciplinarian, and he does all that kind of stuff. And like, that's not to say anything about how he is in real life. I've never met him, so I'm not, he could be any sorts of number. He might, he could be very well fun to talk to and listen to. It's just, if I'm someone who has never met him before, and I'm not his friend, and like not someone he would just have a meal with anyways, there's not a much draw for me to go to have this thing, given the personality that he's given online on Easy Power.
You see, if they were like, okay, $300, you get to have a sit-down meal with LJ, people would be donating left and right.
All
Not
right.
because.
Done.
Hang on. Whoa.
Somebody would be like on the side with like, get your torches and pitchforks here.
That's the thing. That's what I was about to say. Before you two decided to set the stupid tinderbox in front. Anyway, they would go for that, not because they want to have a sit-down meal with me and talk about my favorite color or how my day was. No. They'd want to do that to absolutely tear me to shreds and tear me down and ambush me in a dark alleyway and beat me to a living pulp and leave me in said alleyway to where I'll be taken in by the cockroaches.
Assassination.
$300 to put LJ on the wheel of torture.
You just give a call to somebody. That's it, I'm gonna place a hit on this kid, Lewa Johnson, and that's
hey,
it.
Can we sit down by the window?
They like, we put you on the wheel of torture, and they like, this like $10 for like, actually it should be more like, a substantial amount of money for like a knife or like ninja blades.
Yeah.
It's like throwing ninja blades.
Wow.
I mean, at least they'd pay us money, so that's something.
Maybe we
But
Yeah,
do
exactly. We'd make a fortune.
I don't know.
Let's do
I
this.
think honestly,
Let's do it.
what you would get if you ever did this, they would just sit there and they'd be like, all right, so what are the chances of me joining TTV? And then you'd have to be like, oh, gosh, dang.
That's probably what.
Are you guys looking for my hosts? Or,
Nobody on TTV that dislikes
Yeah.
me would ever say that.
Yeah, there's like that one fan that like before he like throws something at you, it's just like, if I kill you, can I take your place?
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Me and Vi would probably say yes. You've done us a great favor already. Who knows what you'll do in our future?
Let's get this going. The LG
Yeah, the lack of.
have a meal. Have a meal with TTV.
campaign.
We'll
Yeah,
have we'll just have a giant brunch that you pay for.
Yeah, Var and Venom will be like, yeah, I'd say, you had the lack of moral structure to actually go and kill somebody, and that somebody just so happened to be LJ, so you're probably an interesting person.
Yeah.
The least
No,
we
well,
can do is
let's-
have psychologists
let's
listen to
have big
TTV
favors.
episodes you're in.
You've done what we've always wanted to do, and that takes skill. So, kudos
Wait.
to you.
Skill? It takes skill to kill me? That's cool.
Anyway,
It takes skill to kill you and not get caught.
I think it's time we hop off this crazy train.
Yeah, nearly every topic so far has just gone derailed.
Yes.
Into
Just
complete
don't need
different
this, Viper. We're struggling here to get something funny out of this episode.
And I was hoping Var could come in. Maybe he will. If not, oh well. It is time to discuss the final topic and a piece of Bionicle news. At Bionicle, get this. I never thought I would say these words. A Bionicle 3D fan film has been released, and it's not by B&G.
Okay, well, let's be
That would
honest.
imply
I never
that they
thought
were
you'd
actually
say the
skilled at
first
doing
half
anything.
of that sentence.
I kind of I'd say the last.
I knew you'd say the last half.
And this film is Struggle in the Drifts by Vrano. Now, Somebody give a primer on what this is. LJ, give a primer.
Okay, so Struggle and Drifts. Borak Wars on Matsnui. Kopaka in Kowahi. Stumbles across Pohatu. Kopaka needs to get one more Krana. Antics ensue.
Yeah.
Yep.
Basically, it is like an almost 18-minute long movie that he has been working on since 2012. So it's a pretty big deal.
Wow. A year,
Yeah.
pretty much.
And I'm very impressed. It's gotten a great amount of views. It's been out for like 10 days. It's got 7,000 almost views. Hopefully,
Nice.
it will get some more
Hopefully it will.
here because this deserves attention. Not just because it's good, because it
His
is.
channel in general is entertaining.
Yeah. But it's like this deserves
Like,
attention,
the
not just,
darker in the bar cracks me up.
not
every
just
time.
for the specifics of this project and its quality and how good it is, but just the concept. I never thought something like this would actually, I don't know, be
Come to be.
We've seen
Yeah.
many
Well, I mean,
pieces over the years.
bear in mind, when we say film, we are talking about a short film. We are not talking about a feature-length movie, which was stupid to aim for in the first place. I don't know why anybody would aim for a feature movie as their first project. Cough, cough, E&B.
Yeah. But like, yeah, this is.
It's
I guess to be
stuff.
fair, this is only 18 minutes, and it does have no
Right.
dialogue, spoken dialogue. It's text on the screen and sound effects.
But it's so impressive.
Yeah, it's very, very good.
Yeah.
Oh no. Impressive text.
Vars,
And there we go.
Var!
I hope
We found him!
Bonjour, je m'appelle Valorant.
What the heck did you just say to me?
Screw you, man.
You're half French. You should know this, LJ.
Not half.
so far. We're talking about struggle in the drifts. Give your thoughts.
Struggle in the what?
Struggle in the drifts.
What
The
is
3D
this?
animated movie.
It's
Drama.
Rano's movie.
I didn't watch
With
that.
Bahatu and Kopaka.
In Kopaka.
In Kopaka.
I was
Go
stupid.
back
I didn't watch it. No, I'm just kidding. It was cool.
It was cool.
That's about it.
It was cool, pun intended.
Better have
It
something
was
else
cool.
Well,
delayed all
I'm
the
glad you were hoping for Var to be here.
Yeah, it was. I don't know
that
why you
very
thought
valid
I had
point.
much to say about this.
sigh. Okay, salvage this. LJ, give your
Alright.
thoughts.
Say what?
Give your thoughts, quick, fast.
Okay, thoughts quick fast. It was great. At least I thought it was
Oh,
really
boy.
good. It's very impressive to see that length of a Bionicle fan animation actually succeed and get released in a timely manner. I thought the animation was pretty great, especially during slow scenes and dialogue scenes. A lot of the expressions were very well done, and a lot of the jokes were also very fluid. Some of them were references to other things, like Fullmetal Alchemist, the anime, and apparently some teardrop thing that was a reference to something else. I don't know what. But a lot of the visual gags were very humorous, at least to me. The animation was also really nice, except during fight scenes. I felt it was a tad bit slow.
Yeah.
But overall, very impressive. He actually did stick a lot to canon. It could technically fit into a timely, like, canonical time frame.
A time
And-
for him.
Timely time frame. And so overall, I thought it was quite impressive, sans a few slow fight scenes. The Borak's moves are insanely creative.
Woohoo. Kai, what do you think?
I also like the animation as well. It is very impressive that somebody could get a Bionicle animated film done. That's not an easy feat by any stretch of the imagination. So there's a lot of congratulations going out to him for even attempting anything. I liked one thing that stood out to me is how well the models looked. Like they were very well modeled, very well rigged. The backgrounds are actually pretty good as well. Now they aren't, if you've seen some stuff in other animated feature movies, obviously they're not going to hold up all that well because they have a bunch of people working on them, like $1 million budget. But still, for the amount of work, it's one guy doing this, and for one guy, it really holds up.
Yeah, see, that's the other
like-
thing. It's one person. It's Verano, and he was able to do this. And yeah, it took him 2 years, but he was able to do it. And then you look at other projects that aim to make movies, and they have teams, and dozens of
See,
people.
that's what I always say about these kinds of projects. They're teams of people that have no idea what they're doing. Verano is one guy who actually knows how to do stuff, and that's why he's able to get stuff done. But you have other kids who immediately go off and they're like, we're going to make a 3D animated movie. Just a movie.
Just a movie.
Have you ever animated something
Yeah.
before? Nope. No, but we'll learn. We'll learn while we're making the movie. Like, it's that easy.
Yeah.
It really annoys me sometimes. But like LJ said,
Shots
I
are
did
being
find
fired.
Left and
shots
right.
are being fired. I thought the fight scenes were a little slow. Granted, I am really used to like insane Monty Ohm action, because I'm a big fan of Ruby. I'm a big fan of everything of his work. So I am kind of like used to having crazy fast, crazy kicks, martial arts
Crazy
going
kicks.
all over the place, defying physics, all that kind of stuff.
Crazy kids.
And
Kai
So,
Combat,
yeah,
the
I might
crazy
feel-
kicks.
It sounds
That's a
like
new
a
title, not
karate place. You can
Yeah.
learn karate.
yeah, no, like a Karate Kid parody.
Yeah.
The
Crazy,
crazy
kicks.
kicks.
It sounds
Maybe
like a type of
someday-
shoe.
Maybe someday we can use that for something. I don't
Sounds
know.
like a type of shit. It sounds like everything.
Crazy kicks.
Other than that, thought it was very, very impressive. I hope to see more work from him. I don't know if this is
he has
extent of
agreed
his-
he's going to do more work because of
Okay,
reception.
how's he going to do more
this.
work?
Yeah.
We
This
should
is-
interview him.
I mean,
Yeah, let's do it.
I already said that. Okay. Well, yes,
Yeah.
we should try. If hopefully we might be able to talk to him sometime soon. I'd like to get his opinion on a lot of things
Yeah.
related to entertainment and animation and the Bionicle fandom.
Haha, more shots.
Do you think this is going to? There's always that one thing that bars the way for everything else.
Yeah.
Do you think that this might usher in like some more Bionicle fan animation things?
I would say it will do
No.
better
Better
that.
actually good.
I think that it will usher in Bionicle's revival. Because Lego will see this video and they'll be like, man, we can do so much with this. And they'll do it and they'll make it like a CGI movie series and they'll partner with DreamWorks and then we'll have
Bring back
DreamWorks film.
Slow down.
But no, I think possibly it could spark some more fan creativity.
I feel like, yeah, it always takes that one guy to start something, and then everybody else can point to that and be like, all right, well, I want to do that now.
Yeah.
Like red versus blue is
I
something
wonder-
like that, or like the iPhone.
Who's gonna be the guy to kickstart Bionicle in Minecraft?
Well, gee.
I'm interested to see that.
Not us.
Well,
Don't say that.
he kind of missed his window. In Minecraft.
Oh,
It's a good, I feel bad wasting years and years
to our
of
fans,
production time.
we haven't even updated them yet on it yet. Don't do this. Okay.
Rumors are going to be that
Minecraft's
we're
been
quitting Bionicle
canceled.
as soon as we put this video.
You know.
Yeah, there's gonna be somebody.
That's what everyone's going to say.
Okay. Viper, what do you think of this? Anything else to add?
I'd like to say that I really liked the fact that he didn't want dialogue anyways, like in just using subtitles instead of just having people speak in it, because I don't know, it sometimes voice acting can bring like the entire thing down. I mean, like you hear like stuff like Tommy Wiseau. Like
Tearing me apart.
that's awful. You're tearing
Parker.
Lol.
yeah, like that would just ruin it for me. Like voice actor, like they can bring a lot to the table, but they can also ruin like art.
Right.
I think
And-
that would have been a good Pohatu.
And yeah, I love the conversations between the two. I mean, like, I know that the tone of it bounce off each other all the time when it comes to like dialogue, but it was done really well, and I cracked up a couple of times at the.
All right, I did have one gripe toward the end. The whole Kopaka winking thing was really weird. I did not feel it was quite fitting
Out
whatsoever.
of character. Yeah, I can kind of see that. They do this Spider-Man thing, where they basically, even though the mask is not supposed to like have its eye holes widen. I mean, you think about Spider-Man, it's basically a cloth mask. It shouldn't go up and like widen and close with his eyes,
Yeah.
but they do it in comics anyways and in animation. And that's what the masks here do. It's supposed to be a metal mask, but they blink and open and
You
close
can't
and
show
wink.
expression very well through masks if you don't.
Yeah.
I can show expression through masks. I have death stare.
No, because
my
you're
angry
always the same,
stare,
LJ.
My confused
shots
stare.
fired.
More
Shots.
shots.
Sister, I'm a member
Shots
of the
have been
Cook's
fired.
Clan stare.
My,
Stare.
I'm somehow gonna get you banned from Easy Power Stare.
Oh, the shots have been fired. They're not even shots anymore. They're cannon fire.
Yep. It was like Assassin's
Bombardment.
Creed 4 all over again. My thoughts, 12 out of 10, would watch again. Now,
I concur.
anyway.
I have watched
Yeah,
it
I
again.
concur.
I thought it was great. Some parts had some stiff animation though, but overall it was fine. I did not like the way the comma looked though. The eyes are too wide. It's my signature mask, man.
Yeah.
It needs to look a certain way.
Yeah.
Well, if he's making us a series, hopefully he'll be able to like improve of each one.
Well, he'd play no promises of like a series, but some one-offs here and there. Probably.
Right. You know, like if he does it again, he can improve on the stuff he did before.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Okay. Well, I think it's time we end this episode.
Done dropping bombs and firing shots. It's a war zone up in this podcast.
Like that. We've had a bunch of crazy stuff go on, like AppLego, and
Forever Alone and Club
Apple.
Penguin.
yeah. But
Fusion.
thank you all for listening to TTV episode 105.
Never come back.
It's true. It's truly been a roller coaster ride of epic proportions.
Au revoir.
And we will see you all next week for another exciting episode. Please be sure to like, favorite, rate, comment, subscribe, etc.
Great.
My name
Gosh,
is
dang
Matt.
it, mess up.
My name is Vardaran.
My name is LJ.
My name is Kahi.
My name is Viper.
And my name is Earl.
Get out of here!
Bye, everyone. This was TTV episode 105. Adios.
Beware.
Bye. Hate everyone. Don't come back. Never subscribe. In fact, unsubscribe if you're subscribed. Dislike.
Don't.
And
I'm fed up.
Ignore VAR. Ignore VAR.
I'm fed up with this world.
I'll tell you the password to our TTV channel so that you can destroy it.